Alright guys, it's Jessica with Sweet Zoe's Vintage Toys on Instagram and Sweet Zoe's Boutique and Vintage on eBay. I am a full-time mother of two. I stay at home with my babies and well, they're kind of not babies anymore, but I'm also homeschooling and I'm a part-time reseller. So I go out and find really cool things, toys, old stuff, and clothing to resell on mostly eBay and then a little bit on Etsy and a little bit on Instagram. So today I'm going to come at you with a haul video. I went sourcing with my husband this weekend and we just found some really cool things and I'm going to show you what we found. I haven't listed any yet, but I will probably get to them in the next day or two. I told myself that I'm not going garage selling this weekend if I do not get all my listing done. So it's kind of becoming a little bit overwhelming because I'm sourcing so much and I only have so much time during the day to list. So I really need to be concentrating on listing all my things before I go out and get more, since I am a one-man show. So yeah, I told my husband, I was like, I need help. I need help. I need like a maid or someone to cook for me or someone to list for me. That'd be great. But I am small operation, so I don't need it. I'm not too desperate for that yet, but it would be nice. Okay, the first thing I wanted to share with you guys, I'm going to screen share real quick. And I wanted to show you that today I received a top rated seller, which is really cool. I've been selling on eBay for 2.5 months, maybe 2.5, 3 months, and today I got top rated, which I'm really excited. I don't know all the perks yet. I know I do get a little bit of savings off shipping, maybe, or my final value fees. I haven't really figured it all out yet because different videos, I watched YouTube videos on what it actually meant to be a top rated seller, and I don't know. People said different things. So I think that eBay's changed their policy too, so I'm going to have to really just look, see what I get for being top rated, but I'm really excited about that. And then, let me see here. Yeah, so I also want to show you my cool poly mailers that I just got in. So I like to send my clothing and my smaller toys, some of my smaller plushes in poly mailers, and I was really excited to get like this blue paisley poly mailer for my shipping. I think they're so cute. I had a purple, I think I had a blue Hawaiian one, and then I got a purple one because they were cheap, but then I splurged a little bit and I got these pretty poly mailers. Okay, so let's start with, my shirt is bugging me back there. Okay, let's start with something I found at Savers. You know those little bags that you go in Savers and they're all hanging up on the wall? Well, they drive me nuts because I will see something I want in one bag and then another bag and another bag and I can't open them. So sometimes it's just not worth it to buy a bag that's $3 for just one little item that you see. But this weekend I actually found a really good bag and I was like, score. Okay, so these are, I found 3 of them. So this was a bag, I believe is either, I think it was $2.99, and these are actually vintage strawberry shortcake pets, but not the first line, they're the Party Pleaser line. So this is the Party Pleaser owl, I believe it's elderberry owl, and he goes along with Party Pleaser plum pudding. I also found a Party Pleaser panda, and then strawberry shortcakes Party Pleaser custard cat. So these were all in a bag together. So I was like, yay! As far as value goes, I can probably get $10 a piece would be nice for these guys. So what was $2.99 could possibly turn into $30 just from these two. Also in there was this little guy back here, California raisins. This is a really neat guy. Usually the California raisins I find are smaller, but this PVC is a really good size PVC and it is dated 1988, and I believe Applause made a lot of the California raisin stuff. So he was I like him. For some reason, I like the California raisins. These cute little PVCs. This guy is pretty chunky. I didn't look up comps on him, but I don't know, maybe get a couple bucks for that guy. So that was my first good find where I was like, yeah. The second thing is we went to this sorority house rummage sale, and I was like, they've got to have clothes there. So I ended up buying a lot of pants. I also, or jeans, they were women's jeans, but they were really nice ones like Lucky Brand. I got some Calvin Kleins, and I think that was it. Mostly, I bought some new tag stuff. I found a Lucky Brand t-shirt, and then I ended up finding all of these really neat vintage from the 1950s, 1960s, like wool little camisoles, or little, like, the one was a vest, and what do they call the jacket? Cardigans. That's what I'm looking for. Cardigan. So they're all hand beaded, like lamb wool. Tons of these cardigan evening wear tops. So I bought a bunch of those, and the pants were everything came out to 88 cents a piece, which a lot of my sweaters are up on eBay. I still have some more to go. None of my pants are listed because I haven't done. So I'm going to get started as soon as I finish my hats and my toys. I'm going to get started listing my pants, my jeans. So also Savers had a 75% off their women's jeans, so I went through and found a bunch of great ones. Hopefully they sell. Jeans don't sell that well for me just yet, but I'm hoping that once the fall comes around, they start selling. Okay, so the next thing we found at this sorority house garage sale was this bag of toys. And it was $3 for this bag, and my husband actually found it, and I was like, yes, because I looked in there and I saw all kinds of neat things. So these are little vintage figurines. They are from, I believe they're from the Dino Riders. Aren't they so cool? They have a date somewhere. But yes, these little shark head alien guys, these are Dino Riders. What's the most you can see? There we go. So in the bag was those, and also I got a bunch of vintage Voltron figurines. These are so neat. These are dated about 1984. Yep, most of them are dated 1984. So these are from the toy series of Voltron. So neat. So there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got double that guy. This guy. Okay, so we ended up finding all these. Okay, you have to wait. Love you. So that was also in the bag, and I'm hoping I'm going to put all of them up as an auction. So we'll see what these guys bring. I'm hoping to get at least 20 to 30 for those guys, hopefully. Next thing we picked up in the same bag were these guys, and these are actually mystery. I have no idea. There's no date. They definitely look vintage. I've had a couple of people try to guess what they are, but I have no clue. They're like smaller than the average action figure, so those were pretty cool to find. The next thing that was probably one of the coolest finds are these vintage Star Wars figurines. So just this guy alone, he sells for like 15 to 20 bucks on eBay. So 1979, that's the date on his, and most of these are either 70s or early 80s. These guys are also going to go up in auction together as a lot. These are really neat. I unfortunately did not get into Star Wars too much. I really tried hard. I know people love it. It's probably really cool. I just need to really sit down and give it a chance. This R2-D2 is pretty beat up, but 1977. Can you believe that? 1977. That is so cool. There we go. So all these guys, I honestly have no idea what they're going to bring. It'd be great if I can get like $30 to $50 because I'm going to show you what... There's two more in the bag. I'm going to show you what else we found. Okay, so right next to that bag of toys was also these vintage Star Wars ships. So these are actually, this is from 1983. They're incomplete and they're from different ships. So here's a piece. There's a piece. Here's two pieces. And I wish I knew all about Star Wars and I could tell you what each piece went to. But I kind of looked, I think I looked this one up. Of course it's incomplete, but here's another one. And these are all 80s. I think this one might have been 70, so this is 78. And then the last piece. So yeah, there was, none of them were complete, but they were all together. So I'm hoping to lot, I'm not sure if I should lot the figurines together with the pieces or to do two separate auctions. I'm not too positive on that. We also found a bunch of not as old Star Wars, probably from like the 2000s, but there was a lot of cool, yeah, see, I think this was the original bag because it has a $3 on it. Just tons of cool, really cool figurines, guys. It's always a good day when you find vintage Star Wars stuff. These guys I found, Pinky and the Brain, 1994. How funny, huh? These have a really cool feel to them. They're like almost like eraser type. They're not like a PVC. My son wants to see these. The same garage sale had a ton of Legos. We found two of these massive sized tubs of Legos. My husband saw them and was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. So we ended up getting them, even though we just got them for our kids. But let me show you if I can pick this up. It was literally like, this thing has got to weigh at least 30 pounds. These big, huge, gigantic tubs. It is literally filled to the brim. It's filled to the brim. Let's see if I can show you. With just Legos. Tons and tons and tons of Legos. But we just didn't just find this one. We found another one. So we got two of these huge bins just full of Legos, full of the Lego like building instructions. So yeah, we snagged the two bins of Legos that are full of Legos and the Star Wars toys for $35. So we're hoping that we can make our money back. So, you know, the kids, I just see these things, I'm like, I can't believe something's going to get sucked up in the vacuum. But, so yeah, those were exciting finds to find. Something I found last week was this Fantastic Roses making set. And they actually had a Fantastic Flowers, which I think was a little bit more popular. But they were from the 1990s, the early 90s. I believe this one's 1994. And they're just a paper flower making kit. So this one is incomplete, but it did have most of the parts in there. All right. I found these at a garage sale. And these are actually a little bit controversial. And I didn't know that when I first bought them. I just thought that they were just so cool. Their little hairs are flying. And I just thought that they were just cool little kitschy 50s, like mid-century cats. And I come home and I post them up on my Instagram, and right away I get this nasty comment about these cats. And I was all, what? That's weird. No, this person's weird. And I ended up just blocking them. But then, yeah, I looked up, and sure enough, she was correct. So these are actually real rabbit fur kittens. So they're actually made with real rabbit fur. So it's controversial because I'm not sure how the whole process goes, but they're actually animal fur kittens. They're extremely soft, and actually I find that they're a little weird now that I know that there's real rabbit hair. But yeah, a lot of people do not like these because I'm not sure how they get the rabbit hair. If they raise the rabbits to just get their hair, I hope that's not the case. But I'm hoping that they just find roadkill. But I don't know how it works. But yeah, that was interesting. Okay, the next thing that I found was a tub of like vintage game consoles and games. So this one is a Nintendo 64. It came with about 7 to 8 games with controllers, and then also with it was an old Sega Genesis with a bunch of games. So I think that we tested the Nintendo 64 and it definitely works. The sound on the Sega is a little bit iffy, but we're thinking it's just a connection. If we just get a different connection, it'll probably work well. Alright, what else did I have to show you guys? I feel like I had so much more. I don't know where it's all at. Alright, well, I think that is it. I'm looking around, make sure I didn't forget anything. But yeah, so we found those cool figurines, the Star Wars, the Voltron, the mystery figures, the the kitties, the Fantastic Roses, the spaceships pieces, and the games, along with the Party Pleaser, Strawberry Shortcake Party Pleasers. So I think that is it for this weekend. That's all we found. So, which is pretty good. I found a lot of other clothes and stuff. So I am busy listing, and packaging and shipping and YouTube videos and all that fun stuff. Alright guys, the next thing I think I'm going to do a sold video. So in the next couple days, I will come at you with a sold video. What sold at Sweet Zoe's this week. And alright, thank you for watching guys. See you later. Bye.